Yorana, and welcome to FM Tahiti. I hope you're doing well. We've got all the way up to the Mutiny Trophy. I say all the way, there was just one extra match to play between the last video and this, so not that bad. There's actually quite big gaps in the calendar because we've only got 20 league games. We're not playing matches quite as often, so it didn't really take that long to get through. So we won our last match 5-0 against, I think it's the Morpea under-23s. So it was really easy, that match, which was a bit bizarre. I don't think these matches are going to be as easy as that because they're against much stronger sides. So we've got our first match of this episode against the Rapper Feral Cats, or the Rapper E.T. Feral Cats, with their cool badge and kit. And then we've got our cool badge and kit, but I think they're probably just edges in terms of general coolness. They've already played a game and won, so they're the kind of team to beat currently. See what we can do. Ruiz is suspended because he got sent off last match, which is really awkward. So we just don't have much in the way of depth. So we have to mess around with a few of these things. Maggie is injured for 7 days to 2 weeks. Roy is injured for 6 days to 3 weeks. And Ruiz is obviously out. So you can put in a few of these grey players. Try and make up some of the numbers. Frank Dean had a knock, so he wasn't playing last match, but I think that's all we can do, really. So Feral Cats are in the Championship, and they're kind of missing out on getting back into the Premiership. 4-4-2 versus 4-4-2, and I think they're going to destroy us. Because I think they're quite a strong Championship team. It's not like they've just been scraping by season, so I think they will actually have a much better setup than us. And I think after this, we've got another Mutiny Trophy match a few days after. I think it might be against Naruto. We've already beaten once this season in the actual league. Seem to be edging it, kind of match stats wise, the first 15 minutes, or almost first 15 minutes. But I have a feeling they've got a goal coming soon, or maybe not. So a bit of fight in our actual midfield. Back in. Raphael Cross. I think he's injured, isn't he? I don't know. Wasn't a bad goal, was it? Spread it out wide. The wing play. Just up into the roof of the net. Cross isn't injured, it's Gross, I'm thinking, who's got a slight knock, is on the bench. Chaubert's quite big. We go. If we can win this, it'll demonstrate that the gap between us and the Championship's not actually that big. Bond going long, Dean's through. Can't finish it there. Yeah, I really wanted to actually take over the Feral Cats, partly because they'd been in the Championship, which makes it a bit easier to get into the Premiership. So it's one less season to play, essentially, for that top flight football. But just because their badge and their kit are pretty cool, and also just because the kind of history of the island. So Rapper E.T. means Little Rapper, which is Little Easter Island. So Easter Island, the one with all those big heads on, is Rapper. So it's Rapper E.T. to differentiate the two. Oh, that's so depressing. So frustrating. So he messes up, saves the first one, can't save the rebound from that. Look at it. Why? That's bad. I was going to say a better keeper and central defender on my kind of to-do list, but pretty much every position's on the to-do list with this squad. Lambert's going to have to come off at half-time. He's a little bit tired. I can't push them too hard in the actual cup because I really don't care about the cup. As nice as it would be to win it, it would be much nicer to actually get promoted. Tactics, see what we've got going on. So we've got this greyed out player. We could play the left if we really wanted to, but they're going to put Burrow on. Still in a situation where we've got like a wing back or a full back playing in the centre with Jawine there, Jawine. Come on, Savage, get it in. What's going on elsewhere? The Humpback's playing. A draw would be fine as well. It's not a terrible result against a slightly bigger side. That's a bad pass. The team still does seem used to each other, so I guess we had quite a few players come in. Plus a new kind of way of playing. Nothing too drastic. Too exotic. Oh, double tackle there. That was a good goal. That's a one-man goal, isn't it? Is he going to do it from the tackle? There we go, yeah. From the tackle. And just drives through the middle. He's rated at something like 1 star or half a star by my staff. The media kind of description, you know, when you sign a player where it says whether they reckon he's going to be backup or a good rotation or he's not far off the first team, was just he might be backup. They were disappointed, I think. He's played alright since he started. The strong shot there. Let's bring on Pobat for Chaubert. Just keep it like that for the moment. You know, let's not. This Jonathan Tinner is a great player. I'm going to bring him on for Thomas, and then put Jawine on the left where he can play as well. Just because Thomas is pretty good, but he's also pretty tired. There's a bit of a risk putting a great player on, but don't really have a squad with enough depth to avoid that. Just need to hold on. Oh, good save right at the end. Dean's away. Almost getting something out of that. It's just the end of the match highlight again. Oh, maybe not. No, that's a goal. Every time I say that, they've scored. Well, recently, every time I said that, they've scored. 3-1. I feel like it flatters us. They felt quite dangerous to begin with. But in actual fact, the only goal they scored was because of our mistake rather than something coming out of open play. Maybe we're going to have some kind of weird cup run. Well done, lads. Well done. So it's the terrors we've got coming up next, isn't it? Premiership terrors. This will be a real test. So we've done alright so far. But I'm going to come back for the Terrors. And we're back against the Terrors, who are in the Premiership. You see how they're doing in the Premiership. 15th. How many games played? 4 games played. Back's only in 3rd, but in the race of Takaro's 15th. Yeah, I forgot. There's only 15 teams in this. They're dead last. This could be interesting. See what's going on selection-wise. We can bring in Ruiz again. So Maggie can come and sit on the bench. I'm going to keep her in. I think we'll stick with this for the moment. Maybe bring Gross on. Get some fitness towards the end. So this should be a test. The Feral Cat should be more of a test than it actually was. But at least the Takaro Terrors have been in the Premiership for a season or so they should be even stronger. But they're also on a terrible run of form, so we might be able to edge it. There might not actually be that much of a gap between the kind of lower end of the Premiership and where we are. It could just be that the gap is... yeah, there we go. 6th of the season, 1 more and he'll have his record. Although it needs to be league goals, I guess. That was... yeah, the Terrors are going down. That feels like that was offside to me. Yeah, if the Terrors can't defend against that, they're going down. I don't think there's as huge a gap between the teams. I also think this tactic does make us overperform massively. Which is, I guess, what you want from it. Oh, there we go. Phil Cross. If he carries on like this, we're going to destroy them. We're going to crush their spirit completely if we're not careful. I don't know why I'm saying that like it's a bad thing. Let's crush them. Let's do it. What else is going on in the game world? Well, the World Cup qualifiers, like the Oceania level qualifiers, have just been played. The final was against Tahiti Societies and New Zealand. It's a 2-legged final. New Zealand won the first one 2-0, and then Tahiti won the second one 3-0. With Paul Pons being one of the goal scorers, so a winger we used to have at the Humpbacks, who's now gone off to, I think, Saudi Arabia or something like that. He's gone off to pastures new. So this means Tahiti Societies are going to be playing in the World Cup playoffs against the team from South or Central America or the Middle East, I think, Asia. So it'll be a while till that happens. There's another one, Savage, just whipping that one in. 30 minutes, 3 goals. Absolutely no shots for the Terrors. This is easy. Yeah, there's no real threat from them there. I also realised something. I was trying to find when we're going to play the Inter-Island Cup, because normally we've played the first round by now. But I realised something. The teams that play in the Inter-Island Cup have to be from the Premiership and the Championship, because the way I set it up, because of all these under-23 teams and the number of teams involved, it just selects a limited number from the top. I can't remember if it's 20 or top 18 teams or something like that. So you have to be above the gold to be entered to it, as far as I'm aware. So I don't think the 13 Geggy Wings will ever actually played in the Inter-Island Cup. But that's something to look forward to. We're going to get promoted, and I think we're probably going to get promoted this season if we carry on playing like this. I'm going to have to make some subs, I think, to try and keep people rested for the actual league games. The league games are massively important as well, not just because we want to get promoted, but because we only play each team once. Essentially, each game's kind of like a 6-pointer. They're kind of, if you get 3 points, they get no points. They're not just not getting points, but you've denied them the opportunity to get 3 points. So it kind of extends gaps, or I guess in a more real sense, it stops teams from being able to recoup against you. So if I beat one of the real teams and get 3 points against them, they can't balance that out by getting 3 points against me next time, because next time will be next season. Because we only play each other once. Oh, crosses off. So okay, let's give Ruiz a go. Bring up Chabert. Ruiz on. Dean can stay up front, but he will now be Dupuis. And let's bring up Gross for Coanti. There we go. And another. Yeah, there we go. This is really bad. Not because I think it's going to make a massive difference to the game. And even if it did, I wouldn't care. Well, I would if we throw away 3-0, like a 3-0 lead, but it's more the fact that they're going to have to serve a suspension at some time, and we don't have anyone to replace them. Bit brave with the back passes there. I've seen those go horribly wrong on FM before. Almost for them. Got high hopes for the Wings though. If we can get through this season, even with this small, tiny squad, then we should be well placed. Gets rid. They've got Sam Andeweg, who used to play for the Humpbacks. Got Sova as well. I wonder if that's the same Sova that we used to have as left back at the Humpbacks. These ones probably. Some strong tackles going in. Robust. Yeah, I think it is. And I think Easthope as well also used to play the Humpbacks. So, yeah. The Veg. Just hold on. We're not going to get 3 or more goals in 4 minutes, so I think we're alright, but a clean sheet would be nice. And there we are. A bit closer, but actually, in terms of stats anyway, but scoreline, nowhere near being close for that one. And yeah, Stuart Silver used to play for us. So there we go. Let's have a look at the table after that. And whilst it'd be kind of good to get to the final, I'm not too bothered about it. We've still got quite a few. We've got to play Naruto, we've got to play Jupiters and Puka Puka. We've beaten Naruto already in the league. I think we could probably put a strong... If we've beaten the Terrors and we've beaten the Feral Cats, we've nothing to worry about the rest. The Humpbacks haven't played any games yet for Group B. They would be my bet for, the other team to qualify. But there we go. Schedule-wise, we've got coming up, we've got Pepite under 23s. Then we've got Magdalena, which we'll probably come back for. And then I might come back for the Typhoon. So next episode might be these next two to look forward to. Thanks very much for watching as we set off on our journey with the Turtenkeke Wings. It's going well so far. I think our recruitment has just about filled the gaps we need. I also think the level and the quality of the teams has not been great in terms of the ones we've played against. I think there's some stronger under 23s to look out for, like Tetaroa and the Humpbacks and Wahine, if we've got them to play against at some point as well. Yeah, all the way down here. So I think it will become more of a test. I think the big issue is going to be managing fitness, suspensions, and injuries. So we need to get as many points on the board as possible. We need to get to around that 40-point mark to have a good chance of getting into the promotion playoff. So that's what we're aiming for, and I'll see you in the next episode for that. Thanks very much.